Live from KSAT 12, the News at Noon starts right now.
We start with new details this noon. We heard the rumors yesterday, but just a few hours ago, we got the records from a 10-count indictment against former Uvalde School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo.
And here is his mugshot that's just coming into our newsroom about 30 minutes ago. He is charged with abandoning and endangering a child, which is a felony state jail. That's according to Uvalde County District Clerk records.
Each of the 10 counts represents children who survived the deadly attack at Robb Elementary School on May 24th, 2022. Under each count, the charge said that Arredondo, by act and omission, intentionally, knowingly, recklessly, and with criminal negligence, placed a child younger than 15 years of age in imminent danger of bodily injury, death, physical impairment, and mental impairment.
Here are just some of the failures listed in that indictment: failing to identify the incident as an active shooter incident, delaying response by law enforcement officers to an active shooter situation, failing to enforce an active shooter response plan developed by Uvalde Consolidated ISD, deciding to negotiate while the gunman was engaged in an active shooter incident, and then failing to timely provide keys and breaching tools to enter classrooms 111 and 112.
And there is so much to unpack here, David. Our Daniela Ibarra is in Uvalde right now. She's been talking with families, looking over this indictment, and speaking with a defense attorney as well. So, Daniela, what are you hearing there on the ground?
I mean, Ursula, you got to really feel for these families. There's mixed reactions tied to this indictment. I spoke with one family member just about half an hour ago. He told me that, he's glad that this is a start to accountability, but he's disappointed that there isn't any charges related to any of the victims of the shooting. Now, this indictment, it lays out what prosecutors say Arredondo didn't do on May 24th. Several failures prosecutors allege that Arredondo did intentionally with criminal negligence. Now, to give a bit of context, we spoke with Florida attorney Mark Eiglash. He's an attorney who represented the school resource officer in the Parkland shooting who was accused of staying outside during their shooting. A jury found him not guilty in that case. Eiglash says cases like this are emotional, and while decisions can be wrong, it has to be proven to be criminal.
Another thing to be looking at is whether we're talking about mere negligence, which is what it takes to prove damages in civil court for money, versus culpable negligence, which is what's required in a criminal case, where you need proof beyond a reasonable doubt that the actions were reckless. They were culpably negligent. It's a much higher standard than most people think.
And at last check, the other officer, Adrian Gonzalez, has not been booked here into the Uvalde County Jail. I just called about 5 minutes ago, and they said he hasn't been in here. Now, in the next few hours, the family members of the victims are set to meet with Uvalde County District Attorney Christina Mitchell to talk about the next steps in this case. And Ursula and David, one of the big questions they have is, will more officers be indicted? We'll stay in Uvalde to find out. Reporting live in Uvalde, Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Good job, Daniela. Again, sources told KSAT that second former UC ISD police officer Adrian Gonzalez was also indicted yesterday, but that indictment paperwork for Gonzalez is still not available. Arredondo turned himself in yesterday. He's posted bond since then. You can read more about the story on KSAT.com.
Back here in San Antonio, probation or prison time? That is what a jury is deliberating right now for a San Antonio woman convicted of a deadly drunk driving accident. Just moments ago, the jury began deliberations in the Samantha Castillo case.
Castillo admits she left a St. Mary's bar drunk and hit and killed a bicyclist, Beatriz Gonzalez, who was on a sidewalk outside of Central Catholic High School. This morning, during the closing arguments, the defense attorney told the jury that Castillo has taken responsibility for her actions by pleading guilty and has turned her life around, and that is why they are asking for probation.
This is the land of second chances, and that's what she deserves. This is horrible. She made a horrible mistake, but she does deserve a second chance.
In response, the state said that probation is not acceptable in this case and are asking for prison time. The jury did start their deliberations just about 30 minutes ago. And once a verdict is in, we will have an update for you on that.
Taking a look outside with live cam, a pretty day out there, Sarah. It is, a lot of people are starting their 4th of July holiday weekend this weekend. So
yeah, and it feels hot. So
find a cool place.
You know what? A lot of people are going to be finding a way to stay cool, whether that's by a pool or one of our local rivers. They're going to have to deal with the heat and the humidity, though, as that is pretty much here to stay. Even right now, as we take a look outside, it's already 88 degrees in San Antonio and 90 in New Braunfels, 90 in Hondo, Eagle Pass at 93, but the humidity is what gets you. And it already feels like it's 95 in San Antonio. But look at this, New Braunfels already feels like it's close to 100. Feels like 102 in Pleasanton, 106 in Victoria. And this afternoon, it's just going to feel even hotter, feeling like 107 in San Antonio later on today. So here's what you need to know. Heat index, it's all about the heat index, feeling like 105 to 110 through the weekend and even through July 4th. Rain chances are minimal. There's a small potential on Sunday that we'll talk about coming up in a bit. And then last thing I want to talk about is the Saharan dust. Saharan dust will arrive this weekend. It happens every year, and you'll notice it in the form of haze. I'll have those details coming up.
We'll look forward to that. Thank you, Sarah. Flames took over an old commercial building on the city's west side today. Now, according to firefighters, they arrived a heavy fire just blowing right through the building's roof. You can see all that fire right there. It's amazing. This was on West Thompson near the intersection of South General McMullen. Crews were able to quickly knock that fire down, believe it or not. They say the building does appear to be vacant. And right now, firefighters are investigating what caused that fire.
This noon, San Antonio police still looking for whoever is behind a drive-by shooting on the west side. It happened on West Commerce near Callahan Road. Police say multiple people inside that home when 3 people began firing at the home. When they then took off, no one was hurt, and police are still looking for those suspects.
Their season might be over, but the Spurs are still giving us plenty to talk about this offseason. A look at last night's round 2 of the NBA draft coming up.
According to AAA, lots of people, as we said, getting a head start for the 4th of July holiday this weekend. If you are hitting the roads, there's at least one major closure that could affect your plans. RJ Marquez walks us through what you need to know after the break.
Well, unfortunately, we are set for another round of closures on the far northwest side, that being the Loop 1604 expansion project. And earlier this week, remember, TxDOT kind of laid out the plans for the rest of this summer. That included 3 weekends where we were going to see no closures. Unfortunately, that will not be the case this weekend, as we have some pretty significant closures to let you know about right now. So let's get to the key points here. Basically, 1604 eastbound, that will be closed all the way from La Cateta Parkway over to Lock Hill Selma. 1604 west, that will stay open throughout the duration of this closure here, but unfortunately this weekend we have both directions of I-10 that will be shut down. I-10 east and westbound right there at the interchange, that will be closed starting late Friday night, 9 o'clock, going through 5 a.m. on Monday. And of course, they have actually been clearing some of this construction out a little bit earlier, so hopefully that will be the case. We have some drone video to show you right now. This is fresh drone video just to show you the progress that we're seeing out there at the Loop 1604 North Expansion project. You see that one flyover there that's going from 1604 out there to I-10 west for all of our folks that are going to be going up to the Bernie area. But again, I-10, both directions will be shut down this weekend. 1604 eastbound, that will also be closed. So we do have a pretty significant closure here. If we come back out to our maps real quick, and again, we have all these details on KSAT.com, and you can find the full schedule there that TxDOT is laying out for the summer on our website as well. Have a good one and stay safe, everyone.
Outside with Live Cam. Speaking of traffic in your cars, you might want to make sure you check those tires for the pressure and make sure you got some radiator fluid in your car, because this heat, you don't want to be stuck on the road with that smoke coming out because you run out of radiator fluid and your engine overheated.
And I remember last summer my air conditioning went out.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No.
Oh.
Try to have that.
Ooh.
All right, the aquifer is down 0.4 of a foot over the last 24 hours. And in the pollen count, we do have 1 allergen, molds. Molds are still high, but they are coming down, so that's good news. Molds high past 1,000. Something in the air over the weekend. I'm not talking about the heat. I'll tell you what I mean coming up.
Market Square, question of the day. Last one.
This is it.
No
pressure.
No tricking. No tricking.
No tricking today. We are celebrating our Mike Osterhage on his last show here at not only KSAT but SA Live. And so we want you to give a shout out to Mike. So scan that QR code and let us know your favorite thing about him or memory or anything at all.
Let the love loose.
That's the question. Do we love Mike? That's easy.
You know what? I want to give a shout out to all of my co-workers that are also retiring today, and these two, because in those situations when you get to work with the professionals, and I know because we've done breaking news, we've done breaking weather and everything like that, and I think I said the other day, I remember being out there when the Spurs were arriving out at the airport, and it was David and I, and boy, that guy, and in the breaking news situations and with Ursula, and it has been an honor.
Well,
with
thank you. You too.
Same here.
I'm going to miss the tosses and the questions. I don't know what I'm going to have to make up some questions at home or watch SA Live every day now.
Yes.
I guess.
You guys can scan that QR code.
Yes, we'll do
Now
that.
we can do that, yes.
We'll figure that out and scan the QR code. You'll teach me how to do that, right?
Yes, I will. Instagram too.
All right. See you in about 45.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to see us in 45 minutes.
Boy, is he
Something
ever gonna
special.
see us.
Yeah. You right over there, Sarah? Everything good? Okay.
Mike a lot.
Yeah.
She's wiping away the tears.
You, all the weather staff, y'all were tight.
Yeah, really.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you, I think Mike is the sunshine of our weather team.
What does that make Justin?
Yeah. Well, let me get to
He's
what
the precipitation.
Justin is our weather bro. He's awesome.
No, Justin
But Mike
is
is
the
our
dry high.
Yeah, Mike is our guiding light. He's
There
our
you go.
sunshine. So we are going to miss him very much. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather. You can see that we have got minimal rain chances over the next few days. Heat is going to be the biggest weather story for us over the next several days. And then the first thing I want to talk about in the forecast is that Saharan dust will arrive this weekend. So let's talk about Saharan dust first. Here's a look at the forecast dust. You can see out in the Atlantic that we've got a plume of Saharan dust. This happens every year. It's going to become thicker as we head into the weekend. More of a moderate plume of dust for us here in San Antonio, creating a haze on the sky, which actually will lead to beautiful and colorful sunsets. Now, if the dust concentration is high enough, it can really affect those with severe allergies. However, the weekend air quality forecast is looking okay. Now, perfect air quality is good, so it's just one notch down to moderate, so it shouldn't really affect too many of us out there, other than seeing that haze on the horizon, so keep that in mind. So yesterday we hit 100 degrees for the 8th time this year. We are officially at 8 100-degree days. Now, on average in a summer, 30-year average, we have about 18 100-degree days. Last year was our most 100-degree days on record at 75. But by this time last year, we had already had 11 100-degree days. So last year outpacing this year. So that's good news. We'll have to wait and see exactly how many 100-degree days we have this year. Over the next couple of days, we might add 1 or 2 to that. I mean, the highs are going to be close to 100. But again, it's really the heat index, feeling like 105 to 110 every single day, well above average. It is going to be very hot. And we're not even getting that much relief from clouds out there. Visible satellite showing just a few puffy cumulus clouds, and that is it. It's already 89 in San Antonio, 89 in Kerrville, 95 in Del Rio, 93 in Carrizo Springs, and 91 in New Braunfels. For this afternoon, we're going to reach 99 for our high, feeling like 107. It will be breezy, southeast winds at about 15 miles per hour. And then even in the evening, still pretty warm. We'll still be at 87 by midnight. That's part of the problem. We really don't cool off all that much in the overnight hours. So as we look at our rainfall potential over the next several days, I want you to notice that there is going to be an area of low pressure that brings some rainfall to the Yucatan Peninsula and parts of central Mexico in the days ahead. Now, by about Sunday, some of that could move through the Rio Grande Valley, but here in San Antonio, we're likely to stay dry because of this high pressure system. So there's only a small 20% chance for an isolated shower on Sunday. we need rain. And just a reminder that we're now under new stage 3 water restrictions. Still follow stage 2 water restrictions, but the biggest difference is if you use 20,000 gallons or more, which is a lot, only 5% of the top of users of water use that much, there will be a charge. So just keep that in mind. Keep on watering as sparingly as you can. And enjoy the heat, I guess, as we head into the 4th of July week. By 4th of July, it'll be 97 and no rain chances. So good for barbecues, I guess.
Hot as a firecracker.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ooh, nice. Another night, another draft pick added to the silver and black roster. What the newest member of the team had to say. After hearing the news, we go one-on-one with him. Coming up. First night of the NBA draft Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs picked up 6'6" guard Stephen Castle, the 19-year-old out of UConn. Now, following the second night of the NBA draft last night, the Spurs have more new team members. In a trade down one spot with Indiana, which included cash considerations, the Spurs took Spanish guard Juan Nunez at 36. And with the 48th pick, San Antonio decided on another player from college basketball blue blood, Harrison Ingram from UNC, a Texas native. Larry Ramirez caught up with Harrison right after the draft.
We are here with one of the newest members of the San Antonio Spurs, Harrison Ingram. And Harrison, how are you feeling, man?
Man, I feel like I just achieved my dreams. I mean, this is my dream. I've been working for it my whole life and been putting the hours in. You know, I had a little injury during the process, and I just kind of prayed to God and trusted my agent, trusted my work, and I'm in San Antonio now. Let's do it.
What does it mean for you to be drafted by the San Antonio Spurs, 5 NBA championships, legendary head coach? The big three used to play there. Now they have Wemby.
I mean, man, I got to be coached by Coach Greg Popovich, play with good players like Wemby. Stephon Castle got drafted and a bunch of other good players on the team. I mean, I'm being San Antonio. I'm from Dallas, so it's not that far from my house.
Right.
Easy drive for my parents, and I'm back in Texas, man.
So speaking of your parents, I was told that they own McDonald's franchises?
Yes, sir, they do. They own a good amount.
Okay.
They own a good amount.
Okay, so is that when on your cheat days you can have free Mickey D's for life?
I can't do that now. I'm in the NBA now. I'm locked in. I'm all grilled chicken, salad, whatever else they got.
All right, and last thing, what message do you have for Spurs fans?
Man, I'm going to be the hardest working guy that you have. I'm going to do everything it takes to win, and let's go get some championships.
Awesome. Very nice. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you.
All right, back to you.
So Harrison had to cut off the McDonald's because he got drafted by the Spurs. Probably a smart move, get in shape. But
Grilled chicken, they got grilled chicken.
Every now and then you got to go in there and get your Big Mac, don't you? If you can get one, sneak in there every now and then.
We won't tell. We'll be right back.
I'm still trying to figure out if I'm smarter than a 5th grader.
I think they're pretty smart, David.
They're smart. They're like 6th, 7th, 8th grade level.
I know.
Because we've been talking to them. They're pretty smart.
Yeah, you're just a little higher than that, huh? I'm just messing with him, okay. Hey, so today we're going to be making hovercrafts out of balloons and like old CDs. So this is Sarah's mix CD. I've got some Backstreet Boys and some NSYNC on there from my heyday. Okay, so here's what you need. You need an old CD or an old DVD. Backstreet Boys. I want it there. Okay. Hey, the kids know it. The kids know it. Heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Yeah.
We love it. That was back in early May. David and I went to Thousand Oaks Elementary for a Science with Sarah experiment. It is just one of the many memorable moments in David's career, and there have been many over the past 39 years. Today is David's last day on air, and we wish him all the best as he retires. And David sat down with our news director, Mario Oriana, to take a look back at some of his fondest memories. Why our news director? Well, Mario was David's intern way back in 1995.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mario Diana. I'm the news director here at KSAT 12. And, if you don't know who I am, it's perfectly understandable. But I'm honored to interview David Sears, someone who I have literally grown up in this business with. I was a former intern, unpaid intern, and unpaid. And
all that experience paid off. Look where you are now.
And as you and I were I was trying to decide on who would be the right person to interview you. you know, I couldn't come up with anybody. You and I both said, why not me? And I said, why not? So here we go. Tell me what got you into journalism and sports journalism specifically.
I played baseball all my life, football, and I was around sports all my life. I've been playing sports since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, I got to stay around sports. What do I do? What do I do to stay around sports?
Yeah.
And so I kind of got into the journalism idea, and because I had seen, you know, watched TV, and I knew some guys, and I was a saddle tramp at Tech, and I knew some guys that were like involved in the local station and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'll do that. And I never really intended to be on. TV was not my sole purpose. It was just being able to go to the sporting events. If I got to report on them, fine. I just want to be there. I want to either be on the sidelines or I want to be in the press box. And they said, well, you got to be on TV. Okay, well, I'll be on TV, but I want to be at the games. I want to be there. And that's kind of how it all got started. And I knew that's what I wanted to do. And when I started interning here, I would do anything. Just to keep going and just to get closer and closer and closer to that goal. And here's the other thing is I got the opportunity. I had so many opportunities to interview these guys.
Yes.
You know, and that's the other thing. That's the advantage I had of working at KSAT and being the sports anchor / reporter. And I got to do Spurs, I got to do Cowboys, I got to do, I mean, who flies in a helicopter for Friday Night Football? For 7 years, I flew in a helicopter covering high school football in South Texas.
Another part of this, we talked about the Spurs, there was a time, and it's hard for a lot of people to even remember this time, it's when they were not the winning franchise as they were.
Yes.
When they did win those championships, talk about those moments and seeing San Antonio come together.
The Spurs won. So we did our post-game show with Kobe Dietrich, and the news director came in, Jim Boyle came in to me, and he goes, go out there on the set, and it was Jeff Brady and Ursula Perry were the 10 o'clock anchors then. And he said, go out on the set, we're going to stay on for a while. 3.5 hours. We're still on. We stayed on till 3:30 that morning.
Yes, I remember.
We had crews all over town. Commerce Street was packed with cars. They were backed up I-35. People just going around in circles. Just going around in circles.
Getting out on the highways.
On the highway.
and getting out of the
getting out of the cars on the highways, honking our horns. And, I mean, this is 35, right? You know. But we were right in the middle of it. We had crews all over town. Marilyn Moritz was down there. She got the first T-shirt off the Academy presses. We had the newspapers. And I look back on the entirety of 40 years. And that moment probably stands out.
But you've also, you know, it wasn't just me who you gave advice to. You gave you mentored a lot of people. And that comes with this job.
Well, and one of the reasons I did that is because now I'm leaving. And who do I leave it to? And I always wanted to leave it better than I found it. And the only way you can do that is make sure that if you have some knowledge, if you have some talent, if you have some ability, that you can kind of pass those things on. How did I get here for 40 years? I mean, and it's been a ride. That's the only way I can describe it. It's been one heck of a ride. And I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
You bet. It was fun talking with Mario because at that moment he wasn't the boss. And we mentioned the fact that he was an intern in sports in '95. We found his application to become an employee in like '96. He was 19 years old. Now all the jobs that he had, very short list of jobs that he had. But we hired him, and now he's like leading this newsroom. So it comes around in a circle, I guess.
It's amazing.
So it was great for him to sit
David,
down.
I so admire you, not only for your journalistic integrity, but also you are willing to do anything and to be a part of a team. And I think that is obvious in what you just saw there.
Well, it's like I said there, it's been a ride. I mean, we've got to do so many different things here. The parades and the rodeo specials with Ursula. I mean, we're sitting on horses doing an hour special. I mean, how does, that's just, and then, there's the usual everyday stuff, but the science with Sarah.
How fun.
I mean, that was just, what a great idea to go into the schools and not just talk about weather, but teach the kids some science. And what a great idea to take a guy with you that can clean up the messes.
And here's the thing, this is David. He's making his goodbye about me. So sweet. You're so sweet and such a good man. And
it was great. It was such a great idea. You do such a great job. How do you not have fun? How can you not have fun with third graders?
How do you plan to have fun in the years ahead?
That's a good question. Nothing for a while.
Yeah, just relax.
I'm not going to do anything. I don't have to be anywhere at 11:58:30. That's like when the noon show starts. You have to be right there on the set, ready to go. And I want to be there at 11:58:40 and not be late. So I don't know yet.
Well, we appreciate you. We're so grateful for your 39 years here at KSAT. And not only me, but a lot of our coworkers also wanted to say something.
Okay.
All right, so we got to talk about my man, David Sears. He and I have worked together for, I don't know, like over a decade now. And I know he's been at KSAT forever.
David, you are one of my most favorite people to work with. You are so enthusiastic.
And that's what makes you so special.
You have meant a lot to me in my career, and this place will never be the same without you. You have done so many different things. Obviously, your sports knowledge, news knowledge, and just the fact that you can basically have a conversation about anything at any time, anywhere.
Your love for this city, for television.
And he's a character. That's just a fact.
My mom will miss you, so she has your picture hanging on our family wall. In fact, your signed picture is covering up part of my picture, so you are held high in the Cerna household. Enjoy your retirement. All the best.
We're going to be trying out 3 different pints of ice cream from a local grocery store, plus 3 different ice cream bars, and we got a surprise at the end. All right, here we go. Last one. Cheers.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got crunchy.
It's got chewables in it.
And of course, it's the nutty bars. Dude, this you got to save some room. This is a double round. This is a double header.
Oh man!
Isn't that?
No wonder we're so good.
These were all Little Debbie ice creams. We're going for a second round. We have candy ice cream bars, and we're starting the second round, the double header today.
Now what was this, candy?
This is candy bars. Number 1.
Oh, this is easier. I already guessed what this one is. That's a Snickers. Gotta be, because it's really peanutty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I love how you just knew instantly, though. Can't fool that palate.
That's good.
You got to save some room.
That was a little sneak peek of the latest edition of Eat It or Leave It with David Elder. You can catch the full episode tomorrow morning on Texas Eats at 10 a.m. First off, I didn't know it was going to melt faster, me or the ice cream standing outside. And second off, I got to hand it to David. He knows everything there is to know about food, the textures and the flavors. I just eat it.
Yeah. I love your palate is amazing.
Yeah.
Junk food.
Yeah.
That was a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
And that's the last episode
of Eat It
or Leave It.
So, and we ate it.
And
we had a good time.
Yeah.
So,
nothing was left.
You've worked with him before. He's a hoot. He knows everything about food.
He's a pro.
Yeah.
And you know, I knew him back when he was a graphic designer here.
And here he is out there.
Now he's like Mr. Wonderful.
Now we're rating ice cream sandwiches and ice cream. That's where it's all gone to. So, but it
is there any franchise at this station you have not done? You've even done weather.
I got to do weather. That worked out.
I can't think of one thing David hasn't done here.
Been a blast.
But eating ice cream's got to be way up there on a day like this.
Absolutely. And I'll have your weather, including a check of the tropics, coming up after the break.
My noon show, well, I don't want to call her, she says wife, but I'm not going to say that. So
The one word I would use to describe you is iconic.
Just how fun and hilarious you are.
I have absorbed so much from you, every opportunity. You're a trusted voice in this community, and I just love the fact that when you go out, you're basically like the queen of San Antonio when it comes to media. I see the way that people react to you because you have been a voice in many people's living rooms over the past couple of decades or so.
You're just a lot of fun to be around, and we had some really good times here on the noon show.
Happy retirement, Ursula, and I know that you are set for some amazing things looking ahead.
We're going to miss you.
You know, here on the set, when we're not on the air at the time, Justin and I can get going. And so she ended up having to be the queen mom about half the time. All right, boys, y'all settle down.
I was the referee.
Come on, guys.
And I gotta say, we've had a lot of fun during the commercial breaks in this room.
If y'all could only see what goes on behind.
We have a running competition with New York Times Games, Wordle Connection.
Who's winning, by the way?
I'm winning.
Are you?
You know she is.
Well, Justin's
He's not here.
He's not here, so that doesn't count.
He's not here to defend himself, and I already know Ursula's winning.
I think I might miss that. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to miss the most. Is that everyday question.
Did you get the pangram today?
Did you get the pangram? Have you wordled today?
But that's like I said,
Gotta have.
We have these conversations. It's family. It's like my TV husbands and TV sister. And,
Well, I appreciate just the way that you've taken me under your wing and the advice that you've given me throughout the years. I remember when I first started here.
She's never needed any advice.
That is not true. That is
absolutely true.
I've needed a lot of advice.
Sarah came out of the womb to do what she's doing for a living.
Well, that's kind of you to say, but I do remember my first week here. I was 24 years old, fresh out of working up
24?
Up in North Texas. I didn't really have any furniture, and Ursula offered me her couch to move into my apartment. Just the kind of person she is, too.
Wow.
That's nice.
So kind.
Gave me an excuse to get a new couch.
Well, all right. If you want to go with that, that's fine, too. Let's go ahead and take a look outside with live cam, and you can see that it is hot out there. 88 in San Antonio, feeling like 95. 90 in New Braunfels, feeling like 99. And Del Rio, already feeling like 100 degrees outside. We look at KSAT 12-hour forecast this afternoon. Is going to be all about the heat. 99, feeling like 107 this afternoon for the forecast high temperature. So we might avoid that triple-digit mark, but it's going to feel just as hot. Even by 8 p.m., once the sun is starting to set, it's still going to feel like 102. And even by midnight, it's going to be in the upper 80s. This is the issue that we keep on running into. The nights are not cooling off as quickly as they used to, so we're stuck with some heat. 99 in San Antonio for the high, but 103 in Del Rio, 101 in Cotulla. And again, all about that heat index, feeling a lot hotter, feeling up to 110. Here's a look at your weekend forecast. Much of the same for you. Tomorrow, 98 for the high, heat index of 107. And then Sunday, there is a measly 20% chance for an isolated coastal shower to make it to San Antonio. And there could be a couple more clouds, which is why the temperature should come down just a little bit, but it's still going to be hot. A lot of people enjoying some time around San Antonio, maybe visiting for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Want to be very careful between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. There are 2 areas in the Atlantic Ocean that the National Hurricane Center is really monitoring closely. There's one out in the Caribbean Sea right now that's going to be moving into the southern Gulf and has a very small chance of development. It's probably not going to develop into anything, but if it does, it would mainly just be a rainmaker for parts of the Yucatan Peninsula as well as parts of central and northern Mexico. On Sunday, there's a small chance that the Rio Grande Valley could get some rain, and even here in San Antonio, we'll get some clouds, but rain chances are very low, only 20% again. Do not anticipate a lot of rain from that. There is another system, though, that has the potential to develop. In fact, 100% chance it's going to develop into a tropical storm or hurricane. Now, where it will head is going to be interesting because, as you can see when I'm showing you the spaghetti models here, it's basically a forecast of where these are going to head. They're pretty close together over the next couple of days, but as it heads toward the Caribbean, it starts to really widen and separate, which means there's uncertainty as to where it's going to head next week. So mainly after 4th of July, this potential system could make it into the Gulf of Mexico, could also veer off to the north and to the east. So we will keep you posted on that. It's definitely going to become a tropical storm or a hurricane that we will watch for potential impacts on the U.S. coast. One last thing to mention, over the weekend, we're going to see some dust, some Saharan dust that comes every year in the summer from June through parts of September. It ebbs and flows, and we're going to see an ebb this week with, we're going to see a flow rather this weekend with a little bit higher concentration on Sunday and into early Monday, probably just causing some hazy skies, but there could be a brief dip in the air quality. So keep that in mind. Only a small chance for an isolated shower storm on Sunday, and then for 4th of July week, just going to be hot. We'll be back with more after the break.
So this
Well, coming up on today's SA Live, my last show. I know. And look who we invited down to sample some of the food here.
Finally.
Thank you. You always complain that we never give you. Look at what Gerardo Hall.
Yes, I see that.
The margarita made. What is this?
You can take it out of there?
That's a special dish for a special occasion.
Okay.
That is really part of Mexico's history. That dish was created for Pancho Villa during the Mexican Revolution, and instead, people love it so much that it's made for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, any special occasions, such as today.
Retirements too. So hey, don't fill up because
You can
is right here.
Yes, Brian Gonzalez, the board couple, is here with one of your favorite dishes, right?
These are one of Mike's favorite things, and we are so happy to celebrate with you all. And we know that if you're having a celebration, you have to have a beautiful board.
It's gorgeous.
It's an experience.
You know, and the great thing is too, if you want a great date night but don't want to get all gussied up, then you just leave your jammies on, go get one of these. You can get the wine from them as well, so it's perfect.
Yes, and of course, we continue to celebrate our fabulous Mike Osterhage today as we send him off into retirement with some of his highlights and lowlights.
I'm scared.
You should be.
That and a whole lot more coming up on my last SA Live.